Good evening and welcome to Ask Us Anything.
It's Sunday night, and we are glad to be with you on our our virtual campground or campfire here tonight. We are Mike and Jennifer, and it's always fun to see so many. And
Right here.
we were watching Fox News tonight, and we were just kind of amazed to suddenly see us on Fox News.
Yeah.
It was,
And what's amazing is that we both saw it because it was just a couple of seconds.
yeah, it was like a 30-second commercial, I think, that they did on a review we did on For Patriots emergency food. And we had done that, I don't know, over
Long
the
time
summer,
ago.
I think it was early in the summer. And this company has put us in their commercial. So I just want you to know that we left Fox News just to come over here. So, and I don't know if it's on
And-
other networks or not. They put
I
it
don't
on
know
wherever,
either. But I do have to say, I do think it's a good idea to have food. I don't care what kind of food it is, but water and food and
yeah,
things in your home. And I think most of you, 99.9%, will agree.
it's kind of freeze dried stuff, and it's pretty good. And they have a bunch of different beef stroganoff and
Oh, well,
spaghetti.
you don't have to get the freeze-dried food, but if you
Yeah.
get the canned food and other foods, you have to keep an eye for expiration
But I'm saying
dates.
for an RV, it's nice
Oh
because
yeah,
they don't take much.
for an
We always
RV, it's lightweight.
So we always have a few in our RV.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was our claim to fame tonight. So it was,
And we always think that we have to have water in our backyard, a source of water. We're a little crazy.
yeah. And anyway, just a quick programming note. There will not be a podcast this Wednesday. And this is the first one we've missed in a long time, but it turned out that Jen has medical things she's got to do. And it happens to be we got to leave for it. It said out of town thing, and we got to leave for it on the day we normally record the podcast. And anyway, there's a lot of confusion with it. So that always takes precedent. So no podcast this week, but Lord willing, we'll be back next week with another podcast. And of course, Ask Us Anything every Sunday night.
So I don't know how we're going to tell Bo that he can't come with us when we leave.
Yeah.
Because he's going to get left behind.
He doesn't,
he doesn't do well being left.
He doesn't. He's
isn't it terrible what we do for our pet? Trying to think, can we get somebody to live in our home? We're new in this community. What do we do with them?
Yeah. Well, fortunately, our son and daughter-in-law and grandkids are going to watch him. So there we go. All right, let's get to your questions. We're delighted to see a bunch of you on already. And let's see. The first one up is Ham Radio 2.0. And first one in.
Yay.
Hey, speaking of that, I don't know if you have been if you're a ham radio guy, but see those ham radio guys don't know what that is. Those are all signals on 10 meters. The band is open. I just was listening, and from Puerto Rico to California, I'm hearing contacts, and it's wide open. So anyway, Ham Radio 2.0, thanks for being with us tonight. It's good to see you.
And how fun to be first. Usually it's Ed, isn't it?
Yeah, Ed. What's the matter, Ed? You're slipping there in South Louisiana, but he's second.
Greetings from warm and dry South Louisiana. Now that warm is starting to sound good because it's getting just a tad chilly up here.
Yep, Ed's also an amateur radio operator and 5 Victor Sierra Kilo. And there he is right there. So saying hi to Ham Radio 2.0. Our friend Despina rises.
What is the product to put on the bottom of the LTV Unity levelers? Should have written it down. Back in, Arlington, Virginia. 59 degrees here.
Well, Despina, it's not just for that. It's for any kind of leveler you have. It's a product called Snap Pad. And, you just pick it up. You can look at, because levelers come in different sizes and different shapes. Most of them are the same size footprint, but some are like octagon. I don't know what it is. No, that's a city that's a city up in the Upper Peninsula.
Yeah,
some of them have just different shapes. So pick the shape of yours and tell them, and you can put it right in them. But they're very good to have. Snap pads. They're easy. You can find them. Just search.
See, what is it here?
Huh?
47 degrees.
47 degrees is the temperature
but
right
it seemed
now.
Colder outside because the wind was blowing.
It is. So Cleo Snurrud.
Greetings from Southeast South Dakota. I love the state of South Dakota. I'm missing South Dakota.
Yep. Yep. I'm good for it. Let's go.
Let's go in the snow.
Yeah.
Bo would like that.
Yeah. We love South Carolina. Linda Ward.
Hello from Robbinsville, New Jersey. Question: how do you figure out what clothes to pack when you go from freezing temperatures to 80 degrees and back again in 3 weeks? Linda, simple. You pack a whole bunch of clothes.
No, you don't.
Layers.
You need a pair of shorts. You need a pair of jeans. You
Maybe
need a
2 pairs of shorts.
sweatshirt. You need a jacket, and you need some short sleeve tops, and you're good to go.
Okay, I'm saying a whole bunch of clothes. You got to have clothes for warm weather and clothes for cold weather,
Yeah.
and in between.
And
Layer.
We don't put suitcases. We obviously, if you a regular follower, we use something called the gosh, I don't remember what they're called. They're little bags. They're on our
E-bags.
huh?
E-bags.
E-bags, yeah, e-bags, and you can find them on our Amazon store. We have a link to them, and they're really easy. So just pack one of them with warm clothes and one with clothes. They're just a little fold up little plastic, not plastic. That's not like
It's
a canvas.
cloth. It's kind of
A
plastic
cloth type.
with some open weave on it.
Yeah.
And you can even pack clothes if you're flying on a plane or something. Put your clothes in one of those bags and then put them in your suitcase.
You can do them that way. Yeah, they're really handy to
They're
use. We've used
handy little bags.
we
We've
bought
had
ours
forever.
12 years ago, and we're still using them.
Right.
So they're good. And you can find all the products that we talk about are linked right here at our Amazon shop. Now, obviously, we get a little commission from Amazon, but it doesn't change your price at all. You know how that all works. Everybody's got an Amazon thing, but we put all of our stuff on there that we review and that we like.
And we thank
use.
the people that told us about the bags, like the RV Super Bag.
Yeah.
People told us about so many good things when we first started out.
Gail Gebhard is in nearby, not too far from us.
Hello from Stevensville, Indiana, Southwest.
No, Stevensville in Southwest Michigan.
In Southwest Michigan.
Yeah, could be Indiana.
Just south of St. Joseph. We never get to St. Joseph.
We get close to it.
Yeah.
We cross the St. Joseph River a lot.
We pass it by all the time, and I want to go there and just explore it.
Yeah.
Tell us where we should camp there.
We are west of
go down there.
Kalamazoo, Gail. That's where we are.
I can't tell you how many plans we had moving on this side of the state. There was so much we wanted to go and see.
Do you know that we haven't gotten to Lake Michigan
No.
once, and we are less than 30 miles from it?
Yeah.
So
the house has been all consuming.
This house, well, we were going to do a before and after, and I've decided it's never going to be done. So we've owned this house now that we remodeled on our Michigan property for 1 year. We owned, and it's pretty close to getting done.
It's getting there. And my sister really helped. My sister and brother-in-law came for a visit this week, and my big sister helped me out so much because she said that somebody told her plan 18 months to make a house feel like a home. So that was encouraging for me to hear that.
Yep.
But I still think I won't go there.
Yes,
The right contract.
Let's just say
would have helped.
Yeah. I'm like, okay. I'm not
Okay. No more with that.
Dr. S.
My wife and I are subscribers. We can't wait for Sundays to listen to you. I am interested if you do much of your RV maintenance.
Well, no, I don't. There's not a lot. I mean, I can't think of anything that I've had to do. Now, the big test is winterizing. And I have a preferred way, but this is a strange year because of this procedure Jennifer has to have done. She's not going to be able to travel for a few weeks. So we're going to put some antifreeze in it. I prefer using compressed air, and then we keep our fifth wheel in Tennessee, on our Tennessee land. And it's just enough warmer down there that while it still gets below freezing, it doesn't get, below zero, although this is supposed to be a very warm winter. But this year, anyway, I'm going to have antifreeze. And just because of things that are going to keep us busy, I don't have time to do it myself. So I'm going to have an RV mobile tech come up and do it.
And the sad news to me is we are going to let go of the motorhome.
Yes, as of this week, we are. Yes. So we're going to take it over to our friends at Holland Motorhomes in Holland, Michigan. And that's where we bought it. And they have all the records on it. And that's how we always sell ours, because it's better to just go through a dealership. You don't have to go back and forth. But I don't know. We could change our mind again, because the thing, why do we have a fifth wheel? Why do we have a Class C? Well, we like them both and we use them both, but
They're different animals.
yeah, completely different uses for them both. But this is our plan now. That could
That's our
change
plan this
by
week.
next
Remember
week.
we
Ask
said
us
stay
next
tuned?
week. Yes, ask
Stay
us next
tuned?
week. Yep. James Massey,
Do you have used a solar generator? If so, which one?
the Jackery, the big, not 2000. Yeah, it's 2000 watts, a big Jackery, and it's got solar panels. To tell you the truth, James, I don't need it. I gave it to my son. I can pick it up when I need it, but I gave it to my son to use, but we used it for, we carried it around, but we never needed to use it. So, but we like the Jackery, and there's a couple of others out there. I'm always getting requests by these companies. They want me to review them. And as soon as I say, okay, I'll review it, but if I don't like it, I'm going to tell people that. And they say, oh, well, no, we don't want you to do that. Well, then don't send it to me. And I may collect 3 or 4 of them and then do a comparison because there's so many out there. But these companies don't like it when I say, if I don't like it, I'm going to tell them what I don't like about it. So there are some companies that make good products that say, okay, yeah, that's good. If you don't like it, tell everybody that too. But most of them, when they know that they've seen that we do these hit or miss reviews every now and then, we'll link a whole bunch together. And if we don't like it, we're pretty obvious about it, and we tell them why. And
See, I shouldn't be like this. I'm thinking I don't like saying bad things about anybody. I'm thinking, can't we just send it back?
but
to
our
them?
loyalty is to these folks
I know,
watching this,
but
so they don't.
I have a rough time.
Yeah. I mean, most of these companies are really great, and most of them, wouldn't send it if they didn't think it was a good product.
Mhm.
But some of them are not a good fit, and that's what we'll tell everybody. Marianne Bostain.
How long does it take to get a leisure travel van after you order it? Has the time been reduced?
I think a little bit. We got ours last September, and it had been on order for a year. I think a little over a year
and a half.
But I think that the ones that the last I heard, and it's been several months since I've talked to those folks, but the last I heard, it was the Ford Transit based leisures that were now backed up in terms of multi-years, 2 years. Once we heard 5 years, but I think they've straightened that up.
So I'm just thinking right now that if you sell my van, I'll get on the list
For a new one?
for a new one.
Okay. Well,
Just like
yeah, maybe we don't sell you van then. I don't know what you want to do.
I hate having it out there because last year the mice made a home in it.
Yeah, and you can't use them both at the same time. Although we did a couple of times this year. We had them. Yeah, so
A
that's
couple
good.
of times we used them both, but we had planned on using them a lot more.
They
than
make
a
an
couple.
awesome Class C,
Yeah.
small. They call them a B plus, as you know, Marianne.
But it's really a C.
They're really legally a Class C.
It's really a C minus.
They make a great one, leisure van. Tom McAllister. Hi, Tom, and congratulations to Kathy. I see Kathy won a big pickleball tournament.
Awesome. You guys got us inspired to do a rally. It was a great success. See you on the road. Oh, they had 35 rigs at their Mayberry rally this past week.
Yeah.
I bet you had a really good time.
Tom,
Wasn't that the bluegrass music that they were going to play?
No, Mayberry's this little town that's made up like Mayberry, the old Andy Griffith show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's great. It was good. Good. Congratulations, Tom. That's a lot of people. That was great.
35 rigs? Yeah.
Matthew Blau.
Hello there. It is freeze warning tonight in Findlay, Ohio.
Yeah, I think tonight is a possibility. I was up about 5:30 this morning, and the temperature here in Michigan was 33.4 degrees. So it was very close.
Right on the edge.
We have not had a frost yet, but it's supposed to be this week.
I couldn't believe it. Last night, I said, let's go to bed at 9. And I think you slept till 6. I'm like, go to bed at 9. I woke up at 3. And then I was like, okay, let's think about the procedure. Let's think about stuff that'll keep you up all night.
I slept 9 hours, pretty much. Yeah.
I was so proud of him because normally you keep,
Yeah, it was great.
Because I always stay up late and then you want
But
to go to bed.
don't you think it's really nice when it's kind of cold like this and you get all bundled up? And
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. You have to wear socks to bed.
Yeah, we do wear socks to bed to keep cold. Oh, we don't have to tell them all.
Oh, you don't have to tell everything, do we?
A Facebook user.
Just wanted to say hi from an RV park in Bishop, California, on our way to Bullhead City, Arizona.
Oh, good
for the winter. 80 degrees and sunny here today.
Bullhead, I have not spent time there, and it's on my list to go. We have a trip that we really should do to Arizona in January. We would do Quartzsite, and we got a land project we want to check out, and that would give me a chance to see Bullhead City, which has always been on my list. But we have to balance that with the Tampa RV show, and maybe we skip that too. We skipped Hershey this year, but so we're figuring it all out.
Yeah, we're trying to figure it out.
You know, these other influencers, hey, we've got our plans marked out for all of 2026, and we don't even know what we're doing next week.
We can mark out our plans, but then life happens.
Yes. Yeah. What's the Proverbs in the Bible that says, the man makes his plans, but God determines his path, something like that. Anyway, that seems to be the case with us. But we have great plans.
Yes.
I'll say that.
We're having a good time.
Deborah Ann.
Do you have a favorite brand of freeze-dried food you like?
Well, we like this brand
Patriots.
that they use this in the commercial. 4 Patriots, the number 4 and Patriots. And I see they run these ads now that have our picture on it on some social media. But that was the first tonight when we saw it on.
It was very unusual.
We were just sitting down. This is an hour ago. We were sitting in. We had the TV on. What? It's us.
Yeah, usually we turn the news on for just a few minutes, just briefly.
Yeah.
And then we turn it off.
And it lasts like 20 years or something like that. And the food we actually cooked up some spaghetti and meatballs. I really liked them.
Now, you bought a whole bunch.
I've got a
of
bunch
food.
of them. I probably have. I shouldn't tell people that. You're not supposed to tell people that because
it'll come.
When what hits the fan, then you don't want to have to shoot your neighbors coming in. Give me your food.
Geez, don't sound like
I've read
that.
too many of those apocalyptic books.
I told him I'm going to take away his books and his movies.
Yeah, I haven't watched any movie. I haven't watched a movie in a long time.
And you got to take away a bike that I ride because sometimes I listen to somebody and my son told me don't listen to certain types of music.
That's right. There's some pretty bad music on your bike. Marty Santic.
I had to throw in my 73s to you and Ed and ham radio too. And I have not heard you on the Zombie Network.
I used to do on the Zombie Net all the time, but now I'm on, I don't know what network it is. It's basically Western Michigan. It covers from like Traverse City to down to the border. And I've been listening to that because they're closer to me now than the Zombie Net. But and really I haven't been on much at all. I hope to change that. We're going to be not traveling for a few weeks for Jennifer to kind of recover. And I think I can play ham radio a little bit more maybe then. Although I've got a whole list of stuff I've got to do reviews on, video editing. So.
First thing on my list, the situation with the mice.
We have to control the mice that did battle there. We got to keep them out of our RVs and we got to keep them out of our house.
I brought a sofa from my other house. I'd had that sofa for a long time, but I really like that sofa. And a mouse chewed up a corner of it. So I want war on the mice. We got to get a cat, but I don't think Bo would like that.
He would not take.
We need a couple feral cats.
Phyllis Globby or Glob, I don't know.
Should we slant the travel trailer slightly downward for water and snow runoff when storing the trailer outside in the winter?
Usually your roof has should have a slight little curve to it and it will go off the back and the front. Most of them. I don't know how big you travel. One of the things when you final empty before you winterize it, you want to slant it towards the dump that you're in. So the tank kind of will rush out all of the water from in there. But I wouldn't do that unless, do you have levelers on it? You don't want to put too much stress on one tire. I think you can just keep it straight. I would not stress it. And usually there is a slight curve. It may not look like it, but the water will run off the roof that way. So,
and I wonder about one of those snow rakes. Of course, you'd have to be careful if you have solar panels, air conditioning units. If you could do I don't know if you do damage to your
roof. I
don't
know where you are. You might not have that much snow, but
we're thinking this side of the state.
Where we are in Michigan, we're going to have a lot of snow.
Wet snow.
Well, we have lake effect snow here.
Mm-hmm.
At least we had snow Thanksgiving. It was covered at the ground. We put up those. Remember those things underneath the RV? Those cushions, those air cushions. We put those up in a blizzard, half a blizzard.
We'd had those things forever, and you said you needed a video, so we were out there making fools of
it was
ourselves.
pouring snow.
It
It was pouring
It was
snow.
wet snow and it was cold.
Yeah.
You caught a cold the next day.
It
but
took
you shook it.
it took us 2 hours. I remember you saying that, yeah, not only take you guys probably 45 minutes, but it took us 2 hours. So back to the guy who asked if I did my own maintenance. That's one reason, but we did put that in. There's
Okay,
Steve
Steve.
Weissock.
LTV wonders still aren't being delivered. We've had 2 built dates delayed this fall by Triple E. Maybe January now. 41 months from order.
How do you stay in business that long? Thank you, Steve.
They don't have a choice if they can't get the chassis.
Hey, Steve, thank you. Where's your dealer? We'll tell everybody. You can put your dealer on there, and we'll tell everybody where you are. So I don't know where you are, but if you need a plug for your dealership.
No, he's saying, okay.
Yeah, he's had it. So we're delighted to say everybody there's a good guy.
I thought he was just a person who ordered one.
No piece of, I think he's a dealer. So, well, that's tough. 41 months. And
but we had been told 5 years.
That's what we were told at Tampa by one of their reps. And 5 years on, and that they were getting the sprinters, the sprinter based ones a little quicker, still a couple of years delay on that. But yeah, that's a shame.
And what do you do?
Yeah.
Shortages.
This COVID thing is just, the effects are just so long lasting on the economy. It's
numerous
terrible.
Things.
Yeah. Janet Matthews from Michigan. Hey, Janet.
You can still sign up for the freeze out.
Yeah, but there's not enough spots for me to invite other people. So
yeah, since there were only 19 spots and 13 or 16 of them were taken right off the bat, we'd be 17, and then we could only invite 2 other people to join us.
Yeah. So first one we'll miss because we started this would be our 11th if we went. But
yeah, we started this.
That's the Tequamanon Falls annual winter camp out that we've done every year for a while. This year we're not doing it. If you're a regular, they're doing some construction work there, and they don't have as many sites as they normally do for our group. So there's still a bunch of people going though. They'll go.
People that like were with us the first year.
Yeah. Jeff Burke.
How is the new Starlink setup working? I just asked you that today.
It's fabulous, but I mean, it should be fabulous for the amount of money it costs.
Arm and a leg.
Yeah. Now, I have to say, and I don't know if I made that point, but I was reviewing the system we had, but that company makes a number of other systems that aren't quite as elaborate as ours. And if you don't know what we're talking about, we put in no holds barred, top of the line, ultimate RV internet system. There's a link to it on our YouTube channel, but it's really fabulous. I sometimes I'll actually go out and sit in the fifth wheel and work and use the internet there. It's not as fast as a gigabyte up and down speeds I have with fiber here in our Michigan property, but it's pretty darn close to the fastest that I could. It's as fast as cable, and it works great. So we're very thrilled with it. But again, I don't know if I made the point in there. I know I did in the blog post that accompanied it. I said that, they have much cheaper systems and much less expensive. I shouldn't use the word cheap. I think you taught me that cheap is kind of a negative word. Less expensive systems.
A woman that I was working with the house.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You don't use the word cheap. You use less expensive. Okay. Yeah, but anyway, it works really good, Jeff. We've been very, very happy with it. We just used it in the middle of the wilderness in Tennessee. And let me just say this back to it. I have fiber that I could hook up to our Tennessee property. It's literally at the pole. All I got to do is have them run it to the RV, with a router. And I don't have to do that with this Starlink system. It works so well. So we've been happy with it. Sylvana Pazzi.
Do you use the levelers when parked for the winter and the fridge and propane are turned off?
Yes. The fridge and propane are always turned off for storage. I turn it off, even between trips. Like my propane's still on because I may want to turn the heat on when we're in there working, but the fridge is off. And I do, you put the levelers, it takes a little bit of the pressure off the tires. And, if you're going to keep your thing, the tires should be on wood or cement rather than gravel. So,
or grass.
They shouldn't be on grass either, but the levelers help. And it just takes a little bit of the pressure off the tires too. Helps.
I think grass is the big no.
It's actually the gravel because you get
gravel?
a stone in there and it just stays in one spot for a long period of time. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not going to chances are it's going to be fine. But Jack Partain.
Speaking of mice, many insurance companies like Progressive will insure against pests for a very reasonable premium. Well, that's good to know because
I
it
didn't know
cost
that.
us $200
Yeah,
because
well,
the mice made their little home
in the
the
air
engine
filter of the engine of our fifth wheel, or of our not our fifth wheel, the engine of
of
our
the LTV.
of our Class C. Yeah, I
And
didn't
mean,
know
they're
that,
out there.
and I have Progressive insurance, so I should check and see. I didn't know that.
I mean, for $200, because
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll be back.
They do, those little buggers. I just saw in our RV Lifestyle Facebook group, somebody was complaining about mice already got it.
Well, it's that time of year. It's cold.
Yeah.
And then we had 2 patio doors put in this week. And so for 2 nights, there were gaps
Yeah.
where those stink bugs.
Oh, yeah. We had a million stink bugs.
And probably mice are here everywhere.
Those little buggers.
Again. Mice.
Mark Redder.
My 4 adult kids will soon be spread across the country. Would you recommend adopting an RV style to visit them, a different one each month, or would hotel visits be more economical? My thing is, I am dreading that we're going to be staying in a hotel this week, probably Monday and Tuesday nights. I don't like hotel rooms anymore. I want my sheets. I want my stuff close by. And we're toying with taking Bo with us, and or not. The hospital I'm going to is very busy parking lot, and there isn't room for an RV. And even the truck, if we took the fifth wheel,
I can't get it in the parking garage.
So it's all up to you. If you don't mind hotel rooms. I mean, we've had hotel rooms where you could only get 2 double beds, and I have allergies to dust. And like one bed is clean and the other one is so dusty you can't. I just don't like hotel rooms. I don't think they're cleaned that well.
And we
really good places.
Now, Mark, I don't know. Do you have an RV already? But that is what a lot of people do, and it's great. You can what they call mooch dock, or stay in the driveway of your kid's house, and then you have your own bed and your own bathroom and all your stuff in your RV. Or you can camp at a nearby campground. You can do all you want, but a lot of people do just that and go from place to place. And you'll go other places besides visiting your kids if you have an RV. But so I don't know how familiar you are with RVing, and if you already have one. But that would be our choice, is to go in the RV. There's
so many things to consider, like getting a Class B.
Class B is a camper van, a small one.
Can you tow a car? Do you want to tow a car?
That's what you would.
Car,
that's what you do with the Class C.
A couple bikes on the back.
If you had a Class C or a larger motorhome, you'd have to tow a car.
It's a little more challenging, with real big, because that just makes sense. You're the back of the parking lot when you go get groceries and things like that. But the possibility of parking in your kids' or friends' driveway, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I really like it. And your kids have their space. You have your space. Your kids think you're nuts because you'd rather sleep in your RV than in their house.
Don't be like cousin whatever he was
Eddie.
On that cousin Eddie on those vacation movies. Yeah. It makes sense for a lot of people, Mark. It does for us. So I don't know your circumstances, but that's a great solution for you. Deborah Ann.
My house is under contract, and I'm going to stay
in Illinois, it looks like.
November and December for the holidays, and then head down to Florida. I'll be staying in my Travato and wondering if I can get away with not winterizing.
Maybe if you're living in it and you have the heat on all the time. The biggest challenge is you're going to have to go and fill up your propane, once a week or so, or every few days, depending on how cold it gets. But your Travato, if you are living in it, should be fine. Just make sure you don't have a hose running from a spigot or an outside faucet to your RV. That will freeze first. But if you have the heat on in it all that time and you're living in it, you will probably get away just fine.
Is it worth a chance?
I would probably give it a chance. I don't know what part of Illinois, in northern Illinois or in southern Illinois.
Whose house?
It's supposed to be a very mild winter for the Midwest this year, but that's what they say. And of course, whatever they say, they don't know. They don't know. But I think you could probably do that. George Lutch.
We are planning on traveling more in the RV next year, a Class A. I work remotely and wondering if you have any advice on scheduling and traveling as I work 8 to 5 daily.
Well,
That makes it hard to travel, doesn't it?
yeah, obviously you're going to have to travel on weekends.
When it's dark.
Or you're going to have to go at night, and that's not fun.
No.
So I don't know. I mean, you don't work 7 days a week, do you? So you'd have to make your travel arrangements that you'd stay for a week at a time and then do your traveling on Saturday or Sunday. And I don't know where you are planning to go and work. If you're going to get warm, you're going to have a rough time finding, open campgrounds by the beach in Florida or in the neater areas of Arizona or the Southwest. But start making your reservations because you'll need to stay for at least a week, it looks like.
And I'm wondering if you're the type of person that would be happy staying 4 weeks, stay a month here and a month there.
If you can get spots
And
in this,
yeah, and then you can venture out.
So I don't know where you want to go, but obviously
You don't
all
want
those
to travel all
reservations and the
time.
great vacation spots in the warm weather, those were all booked last summer and by July, most of the good ones were booked. Now there are inland spots in Florida that you could still get. Maybe, here comes
On his
an
lunch
idea.
hour.
On your lunch hour, you could travel. Yeah, you gotta.
How far can you get on your lunch
10
hour?
miles. Yeah. Yeah. So you got to do some figuring out. So that's what you're
You're
gonna.
not going to go too far.
No, you're not.
If you got to buy gas, you're really in trouble.
Yeah.
Those Class A's take a lot of gas.
Hey, have you guys tried our camping food recipes sister blog yet? If you've been over there, go over there and give it a try sometime. There's some really great recipes on there. We talked about food a little while ago. One of the things about the RV lifestyle is it's fun to have meals around a campfire, around a picnic table in the RV, but you don't want to spend your camping time cooking. And so camping food recipes is what we started earlier this year, just as a way to give you stuff you can make ahead of time or easy meals that you can prepare and then, get multiple meals out of them. There's just some really good recipes, and we urge you to go over there and give that a try. And check it from time to time because we have new recipes up all of the time on it. Just again, a programming note, if you came in late, there will be no podcast this week. We've mentioned that Jen has a medical thing at a hospital she's got to do this week, and we got to do some traveling to get there and all that. Susan Lister is praying for your procedure. It'll go well.
Thank you so much. I
Please
can
do
use all
that.
the prayers I can get. I'm just nervous.
Yeah. What is it? Bring them on. Bring them on.
You give it up and then you take it back.
Yeah.
At least that's what I do.
So you got to give it up and leave it.
Yeah, leave it up.
It's all in God's hands, not in ours. That's true of everything in life, right?
Yes.
But still, it's always nervous, So thank you for that. But we will have new content on the blog every day.
Especially when someone near and dear to my heart came in and had to talk about somebody she knew that got an infection from the catheter and then another happened. Oh.
Why do people do that? Have you ever noticed that? When you say, yeah, I got this, I got to have this taken care of. And I know somebody who had that and they died or they got really sick. And it's just like, come on. Is that what you tell people? People are so stupid. They mean well, but they're still,
it's just,
shouldn't we have a class on, what you do and what you don't say?
Shouldn't say.
Yeah. Oh, you're getting lots of people. Like Chris Mondo Biondo in Kansas. And there was somebody behind that. And,
now I got to get out of here before I get all weepy.
And Steve, look at all that. Isn't that nice?
Yes.
All right. So Tuesday's the day, everybody. Just lift Jen up. That's great. And I'm getting all choked up looking at those. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Okay. Enough of that. You're going to break us up here. Right? That's great. That's just part of life. But boy, it's nice to be able to share it with people who care.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's it for now. Newsletter comes out tomorrow morning. Check that out. You'll get all sorts of stuff in that. And we urge you, if you're not a subscriber already, go over to rvlifestyle.com and sign up for the newsletter. We have a big newsletter that comes out every Monday, and then you get special notices on all of our.
No, the last time we were doing this, didn't I do like for thumbs up and then all of this?
There we go.
There it goes.
Did you do that, Phyllis?
Did Phyllis?
We don't know how that happened.
I mean, Last time
This
I did
is-
thumbs up.
There it goes. Wait a minute. I think it has to do with the thumbs.
Thumbs up. I mean, I didn't get into any fireworks.
So wait,
this year,
I don't know.
about as
I don't
close
know
as
how
I
that
get.
happens. It has something to do with the. We were doing. We
talking
were
through
talking to our
FaceTime
son
and
on FaceTime, and in the middle of it, he said
There was this little thing,
it
like
was like a
little
balloon. He
dots,
says,
like
"There's all
your-
these balloons
like,
over there." What?
Caption,
But it
like
just-
what we were thinking.
Do the thumb things and see if that triggered it again.
And thumbs up. No, it's done.
There
Oh,
it
no.
did it. So how
Boy,
does it do
it
that?
doesn't take much to amuse us, does it?
Wow, that's awesome.
We gotta let people go have a life because we don't have one.
Wonder what else it'll do.
I just stop.
What'll it do if you do that? No.
No. Okay, enough.
Okay.
Enough.
Huh.
Try to,
The things you'll know.
let's try to
Okay.
be adults for a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. We're out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. We love being with you on Sunday nights. We'll see you, Lord willing, next Sunday night. Ask us anything. Meantime, go camping. The trees are at peak color.
Happy trails.
Happy trails.